Hello everyone, and welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Now I know, listen, guys, I've been trying to post daily. Like I've been trying my ultra hardest to make daily uploads. And listen, I feel like every single time I try to make a daily upload, like something has to go wrong. And like I mean, like it's literally like I literally mean this like so truthfully. Something has to go wrong to where I can't post, right? So like for instance, so like literally last night, I was like, all right, I gotta make a video. It's like 7 o'clock. Listen, I gotta get a video out because in like an hour I'm not gonna feel like it, and I might as well get a video out because I gotta post daily. I gotta keep my daily uploads. You know what I mean? I gotta do it. So I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, all right, I got some wonderful ideas, and I cannot wait to post them. So I get on my computer, I connect up my microphone, I hop on Halo, and then I realize, and I get a notification on my phone, a reminder that I had set just a few a few days prior, telling me and reminding me to do my Delta math assignments. And I just went, ugh. Here's the thing about Delta math, man. I do not like Delta math. I feel like no one likes Delta math. Delta math is like if anyone remembers IXL, I think that's what it was called. Like it's like that, but like so much worse. Like they really like whoever thought of Delta math was like, all right, guys, listen, we got IXL, right? Everyone hates that. Let's make something even worse. And then they just thought of that because like it's like here's the thing, it's the most boring thing in the world. Like they didn't think to like make it all colorful and stuff. Like they just have it like white and like black and white plain text and all that stuff. And they actually did change the layout like a little bit from like last year, which is like it makes it look a little better. But like other than that, it's really not great. And it's like the most boring. Like you cannot pay attention to that at all. And it's like it's so annoying because like I mean it's just so hard to look at white text on white text or black text on white screen sometimes, especially when you're doing math. Especially when you're doing math, man. It's like the hardest thing to do when you're doing math because it's just like, you know, maybe you want some colors to make it more interesting. I don't know. Like that's what I would want. I would want colors and cool confetti if I get a question right. But no, they just troll me if I get it wrong. They just say, actually, you're stupid. It was actually this is the way to do it, and I'm like, bruh. And here's the thing about Delta math. Like it literally takes me 30 minutes to get one question right. And then, you know, I get all the other questions right after that because I finally learned how to do it and I finally got it down, right? But like, you know, it still takes me like 30 minutes to get up to that point. So I'm going there 30 minutes to that point and I'm just kind of like doing the same problem. I'm not getting anything done. I'm just doing the same one because it gets to the point where like, all right, well, you might be thinking, well, okay, why don't you just like do the ones that you already know and then do those ones so then your grade isn't that bad? And I'm like, well, I already do that. And yet it still takes me forever. And, you know, I mean, I've talked about it before, man. I'm a horrible math student. Like, math is, like, my worst subject. Like, it is genuinely the worst subject. And, you know, so, like, just having the extra Delta maths, like, makes it a lot harder. And, like, you know, it's better than last year. Like, I remember, like, my last math teacher, like, would literally assign, like, 45 Delta math assignments, like, per unit. And then she would do this thing where she would put them in the grade book before actually like they were finished, before they were due. So like you would just have like a ton of zero. Like if you hadn't started it, if you're like me, where you don't start on your school assignments until like 20 like literally like the night before they're due, like and that's what I do. Like I always start on those things the night before they're due because they're kind of easy to get done if you just like concentrate and like you know. So they're actually kind of easy to. They're actually kind of easy. Not. They're just really tedious. Like that's what I've found about math recently. Like I kind of know how to do it a little bit, but it's just really tedious, and I just don't feel like doing it. But that's kind of how I feel about Delta math. So you know, and you know that's why you know you use great things like photo math. I'm just kidding. But anyway, yeah. So you know, so you gotta like, yeah. So you know, it takes me like 30 minutes to get to that point, and also like. Something about Delta math is like you also have to like sometimes, and this isn't my other teacher, but like you know sometimes like you literally get like you'll literally get like a penalty if you get something wrong. Like you literally like it'll take off 1 point. And I'm like, well, I'm already getting like 30 wrong, and it keeps stacking on top of each other, so it's just really annoying. I think they stop stacking up on each other after like I think it's like 3. I think the max it'll go. Maybe it's actually 1. I'm not actually super sure about that. But anyway, yeah. So back to my other teacher. Like, yeah, like she would like literally put these things in the grade book. So you just have like, so if you're like me and you get stuff done at the last minute, like the night before, literally you would have like 4 0, like not even 4, like 10 zeros in your grade book, and your grade would look like your grade would be horrible. Actually, I'm pretty sure like all the Delta maths were assigned together. So actually, I think it would be like one big zero. But I mean, it would suck. It would literally be like one big zero. And my teacher was like, yeah. So I do that so it'll motivate you guys. And I'm like, whoa. what? And I'm like, yeah, okay. Well, it did kind of motivate me, so I guess it did kind of work. So whatever. But anyway, I mean, yeah. So it's just like, I don't know. I find it to be just an incredibly, like, just an incredibly tedious thing to do, and I just find it like the most boring and uninteresting thing possible. And it's also extremely hard. Like some Delta Math stuff we haven't even gone over in like class, and I'm like, well, how do I even do this? And I'm already at home, like by myself. I can't like look it up. And I guess they do the show examples thing. Oh, don't even start at the show examples thing. Like they show you how to do it. They're like, oh yeah, guys, we know how to do it. Here, let me show you. And then they like show you how to do it with like the least provided context. They're just kind of like, oh well, you got to do it like this, and then a little bit like this, and then a little bit like this, and then a little bit like that, and then that's it. And I'm sitting there like, you didn't really show how you did that. Like, why'd you take this number and make it that number? And it's just like, I don't know. We just did. We know how to do math. We're computers, man. You don't like. What do you mean? And I just had to sit there all confused. I have no idea what I'm even doing. So that's just not fun. That's really just not fun. But other than that, it's actually pretty okay if I'm being honest. It's really not that bad. Maybe I'm just complaining. Like maybe everyone else likes it, and maybe I like, because it's not even like it's like hard. I mean, Delta Math is hard because it's like again, just like I said, some things we're not really, but it's not even like the things that I know how to do is hard. It's mostly just like the things that like, it's just like so boring. It's just so boring. Like whenever I get a question right, I want confetti. I want a cool little game to play. Like they show me like a cool little guy dancing, kind of like how like when you get a strike at bowling. Like they plays like the little funny animations. That's what I want. That's what I want. That's what I want when I get a math question right. Because that'll motivate me. Because I'm like, oh, yeah, I want to see the next goofy-ass animation they'll put on this, man. Like, that's what I want to see. I want to see the next goofy animation they're going to put on this. So that's why I do that. Like, that's why I would love that. I would absolutely love that to happen, where they just kind of, where they do those funny little animations. Like a little like the whatever answer you got, like it prints that on a screen and just does a little dance. I mean, like 3D model little dance. I guess that would actually take hard effort. So maybe they're not willing to do that. But honestly, if I was making a math program for like kids to do math, that's what I would do. I would try to make it fun and like rewarding. What I mean? Like I try to give some type of reward factor to it, other than you don't fail your classes if you don't do it. What I mean? Like you'd have an extra external award for getting questions right, as well as also like getting having good grades and stuff. You get also fun little, like maybe it plays like a little song, like a little do 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 do. What I mean? Like some shit like that. Like some shit like that would be like legendary. And then I would want to do Delta Math forever. I would only do Delta Math. I would quit YouTube and only do Delta Math. That was that was a grenade. I thought that was a smoke bomb. I don't play this game enough. Oh my god, I don't play this game enough. That was just the most embarrassing thing in the world. So yeah, I would want personally like fun little stuff like that. Like that would be a lot more enjoyable, at least in my opinion, a lot more enjoyable as opposed to like just like the most boring black and white. Just what is this problem? What is this problem? Like at least with Canvas, I mean, if anyone knows what Canvas is, at least with Canvas, they give you like little confetti if you submit an assignment. Like that's pretty rewarding. I'm pretty happy about that. Like it's pretty satisfying when you submit an assignment on Canvas, it gives you the cool confetti. Like that, that's exciting. Like that motivates me. I'm like, oh hell yeah, bro! I gotta get my assignments done so I can get this fucking confetti. Or I can get this party started. And sometimes it doesn't give you the confetti. Like sometimes it like glitches out and doesn't give you it. I think it's like if you submit it late or something. I don't know. I don't actually know what like the circumstances are for not giving you confetti, but they don't give you confetti sometimes. I think it's a glitch, but like that saddens me. That genuinely, like I'm like, wow, I was only doing this assignment just for the confetti, and the fact that you guys aren't giving it to me right now honestly kind of pissing me off. Like I want my confetti, man. I really want my confetti. Anyways.